Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. I don't want to be singing that. Folks, welcome. Welcome. Welcome one. Welcome all. And most importantly, y'all. Most importantly, welcome. Welcome to the stream. What's good? What is good? Happy to be here. Happy to have y'all here. Yeah, I don't hear him. Sorry, the puppy, he's been awesome. It's been awesome. Really can't complain. Riley, hello, by the way. Hello. Yeah, he's been great. Really can't complain too much. Oh, excuse me. Right now he's laying down, so hopefully we can do a little bit of a stream here, and then even while he's laying down and everything, I'm sure we can, do our thing. But hello, welcome. Which game are we playing? Today we're gonna be playing AMS2. We're gonna be playing some AMS2, doing some F1 content in AMS2. That's the plan. We're gonna do what I planned on, or what I attempted to do last week. Just failed miserably. So we're gonna do that today. I feel a lot better about it today. But before we dive into that, I do have something to showcase, something to go over. You may already see it kind of pinned if you're watching the YouTube stream. You may see it pinned on the YouTube stream, but I got something to kind of talk about. And that, folks, is that spring is here. My spring merch is now live. Spring merch is now live. You can now go out and purchase my new collection. You have Lemon Ultimate? I do. I've streamed it, a decent amount and played it a few times. I love it. I plan on trying to stream it again this week at some point. But anywho, yeah, spring merch is live. There's a lot here. Lots to choose from. If you still want to shop my old collection too, that is available. You could still go and get the full Speed Ahead collection if you're interested in it. That is still very much available, but we got all kinds of stuff. Personal favorite, I love this. I dig the hoodie, but I like a little bit flashier stuff like this personally. The windbreakers had a nice too, low key. And if you're like me, you live in the northeast region of the United States, then you know that golf is around the corner. Golf season's around the corner. Well, we actually have some golf attire that you can wear, along with some matching shoes if you so choose to do so. Got a lot to choose from. Is there too much product? I don't think there's too much. I mean, this is like, this stuff right here, this is all kind of its own collection, but it's just blended in with the spring stuff. I don't think there's too much. Plus, I'd rather you have more to choose from than not enough to choose from, It's kind of my personal thought. But yeah, go over to my website, I didn't do it 97-shop.fourthwall.com. There is a link on the TikTok bio as well as on the YouTube description in the stream there. So yeah, check out the new product. Get yourself some stuff. And if you want to get some of the older stuff, you can still get that as well. But yeah, got lots to choose from. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to showcase that quick. Wanted to showcase that. But all right, Anywho. Anywho. So yeah, folks. Happy to be here. Happy to have everyone here. Hope everybody's good. Hope all is well. Let me get this launched. All is good. Alright, Emmy, sounds good. Oh, it's kind of stale. Whack. Whack. Well, like I said, folks, hope everybody's good. Hope all is well. Hope you had a good weekend. Oh, Emmy, I don't have stuff like that set up, man. I'm sorry. No, but if you look in the description on the stream, it's all linked in there. I know I should. I'll get there eventually. One day. No, that's okay. I appreciate it, but I'll get there eventually. It's easy enough to do. I'm just lazy. That's really what it comes down to. Yeah, you're good, man. No worries. I can do it. I can do it. I'm just lazy. I'm just lazy. But alright, folks. Let's get into the content. So here we are. Back on some AMS2. We're going to be driving the 1960s F1 cars, more specifically the 1967 liveries. Shout out to the modding community, because the modding community is awesome. Modding community is awesome. We're going to be driving specifically as Bruce McLaren, founder of McLaren Racing, and the McLaren brand as a whole, but it's all here. Jackie Stewart. You're going to see some familiar names if you know F1. Chris Salmon, for example, and Pedro Rodriguez. And, let's see, who is... I don't really know. Surtees is a somewhat familiar name if you know F1. Graham Hill, obviously. Mario Andretti. And who do we got over here? Jack Brabham, of course. Jackie X. Yeah, some semi-familiar names, if you know F1 history. We're going to be driving around the 1970 layout. It was also the same layout for most of the 60s, but 1970 was the last time they ran this layout at Spa. We're going to do a full race, 28 laps. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's have some fun. The AI are very quick in a straight line, but they're kind of slow in the corners, so that's kind of where we're going to have to try to make up a lot of our time. Utilize slipstream as much as we can, and go from there. Also, for those of you that may know or may not know, I got a puppy. So, meaning, there's going to be a point. He's laying down right now. So there's going to be a point where I'm probably going to have to get up, pause what I'm doing, take him OUT and all that fun stuff. Just kind of wanted to give it a heads up there. All right, let's load the setup. Perfect. Strategy. Get the gloves on. All right, let's go do some practice here. Gonna get warmed up. These cars are sick, man. Love these cars.
The brakes are cold, be careful. We've got cold tires.
The fuck is this car? This is a 1967 F1 car. That's what this is. Obviously nothing like the modern day. Yeah, 6.7. 6.7. Yeah. Obviously nothing like the modern day F1 car. A lot has changed throughout the years. Oh, also does not handle at all like a modern day F1 car. Much harder to drive. Can't just throw it in a corner. Soul, what's good? Sorry, man, I've been busy. Been busy with the puppy. It's been a lot. Are you living my dream? I don't know about that. Just focus. You know, I gotta be able to do a little bit of both here, you know? It's a very interesting layout. Obviously, a lot more straights. Like the only chicane on the track. Hello, Kron. But it really is just a fun layout, and it's so cool. Like I love going back and doing like retro content, doing classic content, because it's the only way you're ever going to experience stuff like this again. Like if you ever want to sit there and really truly wonder what it was like to drive a 60s F1 car, well, you know, here you are. And is it the most realistic thing in the world? No, but it is very immersive, and I think that's kind of the biggest thing when it comes to this game in particular, and everything that this game does. You know, I think the immersion element is probably the best thing. Down fourth there. Gonna let the car roll through here. Now shifting third. A little bit later on the throttle because it tightens up quite a bit there. The car likes to understeer a lot. Obviously very small. You know, they're not super wide tires like we see today. And again, obviously just the overall grip level is nowhere near the same. Slight lift from the throttle through there. A little wide there, just the apex. And the same thing in this corner coming up. Just gotta kind of get out of the throttle, probably a little bit of brake, and go down to third. That was a little slow. In fact, I am a circus go-kart driver that drives at CrossFit. Oh, nice. Right on. I used to do karting when I was a kid. Fun fact. Fun facts. Alright, as we approach this corner, just a slight lift. A little further to the brake, and then it's a little bit more heavier braking zone. And again, obviously compared to modern day F1, like, you know, there's not really a lot of that. Primarily because it's a whole different system as far as how these cars handle, behave, even under braking, things like that. We head down into what is T1 in modern day, but very last corner here. And back out on the main straight. Let's do a lap. Let's see how we do. See how we do. We're heading to Radion, and then up through Eau Rouge. I mean, obviously this has changed quite a bit. And then on to what would be the Kimmel Straight, but obviously not very straight. A lot of various kinks throughout it. We start braking right around the 200 board there, just to get the car to rotate nice and easy. Could probably go a little bit later. Gotta be a little careful on the throttle coming out. Car likes to slide. Yeah, I mean, like, I really enjoy driving stuff like this because it's just so fun to kind of just send these cars around. It's even better when you do it in VR, honestly. I lost force feedback there for a second. Kind of threw me off. That chicane's a little tricky. A little tricky. It's a miracle, not F1. Well, technically, it is F1. Very fast corner here. It's so wild, like when you're driving around this track, like you're just country roads essentially. You know what I mean? Like you're just out in the open, and the other part of it too is like you're literally driving past people's houses. Like it's honestly kind of wild when you think about it in that aspect. Like, imagine just losing the car there or right here. Lose the car, go wide. Next thing you know, you're in somebody's living room. You know, like it's just wild. It's a wild concept. And it goes to show you just, I mean, obviously not just how much everything's kind of evolved, but even just the element of, you know, element of just overall fear that's kind of thrown into this. Like, I feel like guys who raced back in this time, you know, guys who raced back in the 60s, the 70s, hell, even the 80s and early 90s, like, you know, it's incredible how much safer sport's gotten. And I think guys who raced during this time, like, I would say overall are just a different. I screwed that up entirely. I think God damage is off. Oh, I can't get off the guardrail. Oh, I might be stuck in the guardrail. Oh, there we go. Guys who raced during this time, you know, I would say overall are just a different breed of human being, honestly. Oh, nope. Yep. A little much. A little much on the throttle there. Alright. Somehow still faster than one of the other cars there, even with all those mistakes there at the end. But alright, anyway, I feel good. I feel good. Just gotta be smooth, calm, don't do anything stupid. We good. Is the game kind of quiet for you guys? I feel like it's quiet.
The window opens on lap 1.00, 28 laps.
Hello, Wilbur. Wilbur. Sorry, I thought I heard my puppy. All right. What did you think of the first two races? I thought they were fun. I thought they were fun, man. And I thought Shanghai was even better than Australia, to be honest with you. Like, there was good racing happening throughout. Like, I understand that, like, a lot of people don't like these new regs, and I get it, because, I mean, I don't necessarily love the power output situation. But it's fun, dude. It's so much more fun than anything we've had in the past, like, 4 years, in my opinion. Like, it genuinely is fun. Like, it's just fun to watch. So, yeah. Plus the reliability aspect of things too. Like a lot of teams having issues, you know, from a reliability standpoint, which I feel like something that F1 is kind of needed again, to be honest with you, because it provides that element of unpredictability. Like, yeah, I love it. I love it. Running out of battery in the straights is garbage. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't love that, personally speaking. But it's still fun. You know what I mean? It's still fun, and I'm still enjoying it. And at the end of the day, as long as you enjoy it, I mean, that's really what matters most to me, you know? But I understand part of the argument that people are making, but there's also a lot of people making an argument that they, that it's just they would rather like the DRS trains and stuff like that. But yeah, plus it's way less driver input. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And I don't think Max is the perfect example of these regs being trash. I think YouTube, or God, YouTube, sorry. I just read YouTube. I think Red Bull just don't have the car. Hello, Wilbur. I think just they don't have a car to compete. I think it's as simple as that. One thing I've noticed, I know this doesn't necessarily apply to you, but one thing I've noticed, like the trend that I'm seeing on Twitter, is that the people complaining about these regs, a lot of them are either it's like Red Bull fan accounts, Max Verstappen fan accounts, Lando fan accounts, like it's stuff like that. Like it's people who are supporters of specific teams or driver that aren't doing well. It's a lot of those people that are complaining. The people that are not complaining are people like myself, to where you're watching like Ferrari sit there and battle all race. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't, again, to me, I think it's good. I like it. Max has even stated that the active arrow is not up to the driver when they use it. Why would they not allow the drivers to adjust the arrow? That's their job. Well, the active arrows, I mean, specific zones, you know what I mean? And if it just, I don't really see a situation where you wouldn't want that active. You know what I mean? Like when it's active, I should say. But kind of my thought. I mean, I think Red Bull does have the car, or else Hajar wouldn't have gotten P3 in quali at Australia. Could have just put in an incredible lap, to be honest with you. I don't think they necessarily have a bad car, but you saw it throughout most of the race in Shanghai. Like Max was battling with a Haas. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think these regs are as bad as everybody's making them out to be. That's my personal take. That's my personal take. And I think really I think the only problem with these regs is this whole 50-50 split. This whole battery output thing and things like that. But again, I really don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. Because I think management just plays a bigger factor than it did before. Personally speaking. But alright, anywho. Like I said, 28 lap race. We are gonna have to pit. I am running 27 laps of fuel. Let's go a little bit lower. Actually, you know what? Let's go there. The idea is that we're gonna have to pit late. Because when we pit late, unfortunately fueling the car takes a long time, and that's where you're going to lose a lot of time in the pits. So the longer we can run, the better. It's kind of more or less my thought. Gonna retire the car because of an ERS issue with 10 laps. Like, what the fuck is that? That's unreliability. That's F1, man. That is so much better. I would rather that unreliability, the unpredictability of these cars adds a whole nother element to the excitement of races. You know what I mean? Like, prior to the ground effect era, we saw it a lot. We saw a lot of guys have issues with their cars and retirements and things like that. That is just, that's part of it, man. You know what I mean? And again, I think it helps add to the element. Like, I look back over the past few years, and because cars were so reliable, and because it was impossible to overtake, the past few years, it was pretty much where you qualified was where you were going to finish. That was it. You know? So, yeah, I will take what we currently have over anything we've had, over anything that we had during the ground effect era. 1,000%. I'll take it every step of the way. And even if Ferrari wasn't doing well, I would still prefer this. Rather fuel stops added that. Fuel stops added than having unpredictability. I didn't wake up at 3 in the morning to watch an hour and a half for him to retire 10 laps left. That's racing. You know what I mean? That's racing. That shit happens. That shit happens. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. It is what it is. It is what it is. But, alright, anyway, let's get into this.
Okay, David. Stay
Here we go.
Focus. Green, green, green.
Alright. And we are off. We're going to take our time here. We're going to take our time. We know everybody's going to kind of just bunch up here. Maybe we can kind of just send it around the outside. It's kind of hard to get the car to stick coming through. There we go. Yeah, dude, watching Ferrari battle back and forth, I mean, as a Ferrari fan, was very nerve-wracking, but God, it was so much fun to watch. It was so much fun to watch. And even them battling early with Kimi, like, and George, like, I got those. Dude, it's fun. It's fun racing. But kind of lift a little bit. We were getting the run and heading in front here. Maybe we kind of, oh, a little bit of contact. I was getting the run on him. Oh, God, all right. Kind of stopped in front of me there. Eee, big lockup. Almost couldn't get it to stop. Alright, now here's where, again, I kind of lose my advantage. As you can see. Overall, just much quicker on the straight line. I'm about to get fucking bullied here. Hey, Blue Monkey, hello. But I'm not really worried. One, we got a long race. Two, I know I have the cornering advantage. I'm gonna get held up here a little bit. Maybe go around the outside. Yes, we can. There we go. What am I playing? This is Automobilista 2, AMS2. Oh, I'm about to get dummied here. No. Okay, they backed out. AMS2. We're driving a 1967 McLaren F1 car. Driven by Bruce McLaren himself. At the 1970s layout. Sorry, 1970 layout of Spa.
Okay, David. Hold your nerve. Just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
Started last. We're gonna see if we can get up the lead here. Oh, a little wide. A little wide. Crom, hello. Good morning. Little late on the brake. Little late on the brake.
You're reeling. Marked out. In. The gap is 1.1 seconds. Pit window is open. 23rd place.
So we kind of just follow in line. Got a couple changes for the lead out front. I've noticed that. Been kind of keeping an eye on that. Obviously, we got a decent ways before we even get close to the leaders, but. Kind of get a good run here and potentially make a move. Thought about trying the inside. Don't really quite get it. Back in earlier. Obviously during this era, you know, guys were very hesitant in a lot of ways. Just because of the risk factor that was involved. I mean, hell, if you were a racing car driver during the 1960s, you were expecting to die. And that was just the expectation. Right, we got a nice little toe here. Big help. God, the slipstream is just so strong. Uh-oh. We don't want to do that. Oh. We don't want to do that. Perfect. Yeah, got a nice little toe there. Slipstream effect is pretty strong in this game, honestly, as a whole, which I'm actually okay with, especially compared to playing like F125, for example. Speaking of F125, they still haven't announced anything about the DLC, even though they said they were going to, and all reports kind of are leaning towards the fact that the DLC got delayed. Which kind of sucks. Doesn't really surprise me at all, to be honest, but... Oh yeah, Crom, happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday. I forgot you mentioned that it was your birthday last week. Alright. Got a nice little train of cars here in front of me. Oh, I'm way too late on the brake. Way too late. Saved it at least, for the most part. Once again, thank God for no damage. I was way too late on the brake there. Woo-hoo. When did the race start? 2 laps ago. You're good, you haven't really missed much. Alright. Let me get a little bit of a run here. Catch these guys again. One thing I'm actually kind of surprised about is that in my couple runs of, like, practicing this and attempting it, normally the AI, these guys will have a pretty big crash, usually around, like, lap 2. To be honest, I'm shocked it hasn't really happened yet. Like, and one thing to kind of note with these cars... Nope. Back end just kicked out on me. Just like, just carrying a little bit too much speed. One thing to kind of note with these cars too, by the way, obviously they were an H pattern system back in this time. However, I can't really use an H pattern with my setup because first and second gear rub up against the side of my rig, unfortunately. And also, I can't really do heel toe with my pedals because of where my brake is. Like, my brake positioning is set up a little bit higher than my throttle, so makes it kind of tough. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm struggling now. I'm struggling. Gotta log back in. Yeah, it makes doing heel toe honestly kind of impossible. So we're kind of just using it as a sequential right now. Maybe one day I'll reposition my brake pedal. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. Feather of the brake there. Here, I gotta break that a little bit more. I didn't need to go down the third. I don't know why I did. I'm gonna lose some time here. Probably gonna get past. Not quite. Alright. One thing that's also really cool with the modding in this game is that when you mod these cars, like, it's more than just a livery aspect that's changing. Like, essentially each car has its own driver profile, so each car has its own rating, so to speak, in terms of how fast each guy is and things like that. So that's why out front you're seeing guys like Jackie X, Chris Hammond, like guys that were normal front runners during this time. Down through the gears here into the final corner. We're seeing the field kind of spread out a decent amount too, which, you know, obviously very realistic to what it was like during this time.
This fucker's trying to distract you. Don't let him.
Alright, Jim, I won't.
Okay, David. The next car is Stevens.
Whew. A bit of slide coming out. It's so much fun to drive. It really is. Just such a fun car to drive. I love it. I love it.
You've got cold front tyres.
No, I'd say they're okay, Jim.
You're reeling. V20. The gap is now 2.4.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're about 22 seconds back from the lead. So again, very spread out.
The gap to 22nd place. Behind is increasing. It's now 3.0 seconds.
But I think we'll continue to close. I think P23 and 24 might have had an incident. I'm seeing their gaps there kind of go down pretty quick in the relative.
Stevens. Ahead is now 3.4
Got on the throttle a little early there. a tad early. The fun fact about this car that we're driving.
The gap to P22 behind is increasing. It's now 3.4 seconds.
Driving Bruce McLaren's McLaren, and the car that he drove. And he actually won a couple races in F1. I believe 4, if I'm not mistaken. Spa being one of them. I want to say he won the 68 Spa Grand Prix, I think. Cargo room, what's up? Hello, hello. And, you know, unfortunately, passed away
The car in front of us is one here.
during a testing run in 1970. And once again, you know, it just kind of goes to show you just the level of how much safety has evolved when it comes to motorsport as a whole. Alright, we're catching back up here. Don't hit that wall.
Alright, David, you're reeling. One here. The gap's now 2.4 seconds. That lap was at 3:48.3. The shortest lap in the session in sector 2 is 2.0 off the pace.
Yeah, it's to be expected. I expect us to be pretty slow in Sector 2, because that's mostly straights. Again, that's kind of where we're lacking in terms of pace here, but... you know, that was pretty smooth through there. I think that's kind of the key with these cars, with, you know, the way these tires are, how they behave. You know, you want to just be smooth through the corner. Smooth on the braking. Smooth when turning in. Because the moment you try doing too much, that's the moment that, the moment that you lose your car altogether. These cars are very light in comparison. Brady, what's good? What's good? Yeah. Making sure I didn't hear the puppy.
Gap to one here. In front is now 1.5 seconds.
Turn. Nice. Alright. Actually nailed that corner pretty good. Oh, yeah, I'm a little wide. A little wide. Kind of carried a little bit too much speed there. But we're alive. That's all that matters. Guys are kind of shifting around here in front of me. Makes me a little nervous. Perfect.
Good move, mate.
Perfect. Ow, a little hot in the corner there. Got it to stick though. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Simply lovely. Alright, sweet. Gotta pass all them. Let's see if we can get a good run coming out of Eau Rouge. That should allow us to maintain a decent gap. Perfect. About a second. Alright. Got P15 just ahead. And it's a pretty decent gap to the cars up ahead of him.
The car behind is now 1 seconds.
24.5 seconds to the leader. Obviously, we still got a long way to go. We're only on lap 6. You feeling good today? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We are good. Alright. Top P15, we got a good run on him here. Kind of parks his car in the middle of the straight there. Get some good defending from these cars too. And like right now we're on low aggression. You can change the aggression level of the AI quite a bit in this game, which I really like. I have it set to low just because of the error. You know, this is definitely an era where guys weren't super aggressive in terms of battling each other and things like that for, again, mostly safety reasons. I appreciate you, Crob. I appreciate you. Alright. Kinda getting the run coming back. He's got the slipstream coming up behind me here. A little bit of understeer there. I was kind of slow through there. I was just worried about washing out wide. Alright. We should be able to maintain this position. Ideally. Perfect. Perfect. Actually a little slow on entry there. Down through the gears, trying to hit the apex. Love it. Such a fun car to drive, man. It really is.
15th place.
It really is. It just feels just so raw in comparison to anything modern.
Alright, David, don't let this guy distract you.
Alright. About 5 seconds to the group of cars in front. Getting up to about 6 now. Finding a good rhythm though. I feel like I'm running pretty smooth.
The car in front of us is now bell twice. The captain, P16 behind is now 2.1.
So buttery. Buttery smooth. Gap to the leader keeps growing though, and Ammon actually has a good gap to P2. Wonder if something maybe happened there. It at least keeps growing every time that I look at it, which is primarily at the end of the first sector there. Another thing to mention, you know, another thing to mention about this time period is that, like, we talk about the reliability element of F1. Obviously, the current regulations, you know, we're seeing a lot of unreliability in a lot of these cars. But in this time frame, I mean, it was just so common for cars to never finish a race because of the unreliability element. Talk about trying to manage the car and make sure that keeping things clean and things like that. And you know, guys certainly weren't going flat out all the time in these cars. I mean, you couldn't. Cars couldn't take it. A little bit of understeer there. And again, it's like that unpredictability element that just kind of makes things just so fun in racing, in my opinion. It sucks when it happens to you, or happens to your favorite driver, or you know, anything along those lines. But again, to me, it just creates a whole nother exciting element of racing. Got a little wide. Want to try to avoid the grass, obviously, as much as we can. Otherwise, the car then just kind of slides and goes. Alright, so the leader just did a 345. Let's see what my time is when we hit the line.
Okay, David, the next car is Zippert.
That was a 346.1. A few tenths slower than the leader, unfortunately. That's alright. Catching these guys in front. Beat 10 through 14 here in this little pack of cars.
The car in front of us is Beltwise.
Jean-Pierre Beltoise. Roll a little bit. Alright, then we get back in the throttle. Gonna lift back out just to be on the safe side there. Got a hell of a run. Too much of a run. Too much of a run. There it is.
Yellow flag. Okay, David.
There it is. Alright, we're good. We're good. Again, thank God for no damage. There's a reason why I turned damage off. I honestly just had too much momentum there, and I was on the brakes a little late. So, like, these cars, they truly are a handful to drive, like, because you have to be very, very careful. Because when you, unlike the modern day car, when you miss your point, when you miss either that braking point or, you know, you just kind of miss your mark in any sort of way, whether it be, you know, even just on like turn-in, there's no saving it. You know, there's no fixing it. There's no adjusting it. It's just, it is what it is, and you move forward and you move on. And, or hopefully you're able to move on. That is, you know, in most cases you're probably crashing. I really like this corner. like this corner a lot. And it's just such a long, sweeping corner that you can take at such a high speed. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, could you imagine a modern-day F1 car around here? I mean, they would have no battery, so it wouldn't be great, but oh god. Get out of the ditch. Okay. A little late there. They'd run out of battery too quick, so, you know, they wouldn't really be going too fast, but let's say last year's regulations, for example, you know what I mean? It'd be something. It'd be something. Probably wouldn't create good racing or anything like that. It would just be a sight to see, really. And I guess that's the beauty of Sim, is that, you know, you could always make that happen if we really wanted to. Got a little wide there.
You're reeling well twice. The gap's now 2.6.
A little bit of a lockup. Alright, looks like we got somebody bidding. Oh, threw out. Threw out. Kept it off the wall, though. Probably just flat spotted the hell out of the tire, though. Which is something you can do in this game. Fun fact. Unfortunately, I can't see my tires because of the mirrors, but I am gonna guess that we flat spotted. Trying to catch these guys again. Oh shit. Making too many mistakes. Well, chat, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out here on this Tuesday morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're at in the world.
15. He's reeling you in. The gap's now 3.9 seconds.
I am going to try to stream tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to do more content like this, or maybe I'd play some LMU. Haven't really decided yet. Haven't really decided yet. And I'll probably try to stream Thursday and Friday as well. But we'll see. I appreciate you, Crom. We'll see. With the puppy and everything, like it's kind of all like up in the air, really, as far as how often they can stream and everything like that. He's been great in terms of like being in his grade.
Okay, David. The next car is
Hasn't been going, like, knock on wood, like yesterday, he didn't go in the house at all. Really, the only thing right now is just him biting everything. He loves to do that. Oh, a little bit of understeer there. But, so yeah, I mean, that's really kind of my biggest factor. Also, I do want to mention, you know, I've been talking about it pretty much all winter. In 2 weeks, really like 2.5 weeks, I will be going back to work full time. So overall, that is going to mean less streams. But, you know, we'll figure it out when, you know, a little bit closer. I don't really know. I don't really know what days I'm working yet or anything like that. Won't really know probably until next week.
Stevens behind is now 3.8.
But again, just something to mention, something to keep you guys updated on.
The driver in front of us is well twice.
That's a little bit better. Yeah, the biting's been crazy, man. It's just biting everything. Bites our hands, bites our clothes, like bites the couch, bites everything. Literally everything. So trying to, and I get it. He's a puppy, you know. That's how it goes. But trying to get him to not do that has been, you know, a little bit of a struggle. And then in due time, you know, it'll change. But yeah, it's been fun in that regard. It has been fun. But everything else, man, he's been awesome. Like he really has. He's learning a lot. Understands sit, lay down. We've mostly figured out stay. Knows to go in his crate. Pretty good about being in his crate too. Like hasn't really been a problem there.
Your front tires are cold.
Okay, we're good. Had to get out of the throttle there. I'm starting to wash out a little bit. There's a pretty big ditch there. It's weird. If you go in that, it's effectively GG's. You're done.
Okay, David, you're reeling. E13. The gap is now 1.5.
Yeah, he is a smart dog. I'll tell you that. He's a very smart dog. Very smart dog. We even put these bells on our door that leads to the outside. We're trying to get him to understand, like, hey, reading these bells, it means we go out. And yeah, I mean, he's already figured that out within a day. Like it's dude, he's a very smart dog. Very smart dog. For 9 weeks, very smart dog. So yeah, very, very happy with him. And he's cute, which is also a big help. Hey Dutch, it's good. What is good?
L-twice ahead is now 1.1.
Alright, we've got this gap once again. Or pack again, I should say. Let's not make any mistakes this time. We've finally passed them.
Alright, David, the next car is Boyd.
Yeah, for real. For real though. Yeah, but again, man, he's been awesome though. Really, really couldn't be happier. Do I have a belt tensioner? No. That's insanity. Yeah, that's crazy. I tried going around the outside there. Didn't really quite get it. I had a lift. I had the run, but then I had a lift. It's just not wide enough coming out of Eau Rouge to try to make a move there. Alright, we got the run. Oh, okay. Slammed on the brakes there. Wasn't ready for that. We're wide. We're good. Better than F-126? I mean, low-key. Low-key. Dude, I love this game. This game's so much fun. So much fun to play this game. I can't wait for for their career mode to come out for it. Definitely be sinking our teeth into that and checking that out when it comes. Which they said it should be sometime this year. Oh, a little bit of a lockup on the left front there. Kind of squeezed in there.
Okay, that's nice one, mate.
Yes. Yeah, Automobilista 2 specifically. Yeah. How much newton meters does your wheel have? 8. 8 newton meters.
Well done, David. Nice move, mate.
Which is also what I have it set to. Roll. Alright, now we get into the throttle. Good. Five's a good. 5's a good number, especially like if you don't have like a rig that you're mounting it to. And like, you know, if you're just gonna mount it on like a desk or something. I'd say 5 is a good number. A little wide, but we saved it. We're good. Kind of shut the door there on our fellow McLaren driver. This is AI. This is AI. Volkswagen looks more like a rally track. Yeah. Yeah, a little. With difficulty. I have it set to 85, but only because of how quick the AI are on the straights. Normally, I usually play anywhere between... It depends on the car I'm driving. It depends on the track, but... Normally, I'll usually play anywhere between, like, 105, 110. The max is 120. I almost never play at the max. But yeah, so normally that's where I'll have it. Anywhere in there. But the AI are just so quick on the straights here that I have to keep it down quite a bit in order to even contend. And I mean, it's been a challenge for us here to even just kind of get up to P11. So, really can't complain. Yeah, they're, like I said, they're quick in a straight line. Very quick in a straight line. But we're so much quicker in the corners that it kind of just makes up for it. A little bit of a drift coming out there. Your car heavy? No. No. Should be called
The next car is
Max Verstappen difficulty at F125. There you go. Still such a big gap to the lead. I don't think we're catching the leader, unfortunately, but we do technically still have a long way to go. People found out the Red Bull car is 10 to 20 kilograms heavier than the other cars. Interesting. Interesting.
Okay, David, the next car is Oliver.
Just keeping an ear out for the puppy. Apparently no. I'm actually shocked. Figured by now you wouldn't be whining.
The gap in front is now 2.5 seconds. Your tyre temperatures are good.
Difficulty means every driver except Max is depressed. Our way around 716. Huh. Interesting. Wide. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
This will be fastest lap for Amo, 3:44.8.
Damn, leaders in the 344s now. Running quick. Ah, I carry too much speed there. Carry too much speed there. Oh, there's too much time because of it though. A shirt, by the way? It's actually a hoodie. But thanks. Yeah, I've had it for a couple of years now. It's my my Senna hoodie. My Ayrton Senna hoodie. Oh god. A little hot in the corner there. You gonna make merch? It's out. It's out. If you go to my website. We have I mean obviously we have like the original stuff, the full speed ahead collection, but then now my spring merch is now available too. So I think that's how I kind of want to do my merch lineups. Like I think I want to try to do it by seasons. You know? Do I play ACC? No. Played it for a little bit, you know, for a while, but you know, I'm not that big into GT racing. Like I prefer stuff with more downforce, stuff like Formula, for example. Can we send it through here? It's hard to keep it tucked in. Oh, perfect. Yeah, stuff like Formula content, prototypes, hypercar, GTP, stuff like that. Does it have a 20% skill boost in 1960 F1? Sure does. Sure does. God, he got such a run there. What about Assetto Corsa? Assetto, I'll play from time to time. The single player experience in Assetto isn't that great, so I'm not really that into it. It's fun to mess around with from time to time, but that's about it. My hype for the DLC? Shit, if they tell us anything about it, sure. Right now, no. Because there's just been nothing been said. Maybe we can get on the outside here. For that time, yeah, they were light for this time. He was so slow into that corner. Oh, I just killed him. Oh, that's gonna be a safety car.
Race car is out. We're under caution. Position behind hill.
Whoops. Whoops.
It looks like Rodriguez has crashed.
Yep.
Pits are open.
Yep, he sure did. I think we should pit now.
Okay, it's stop requested.
Gonna make this a longer pit stop, but be the smart thing to do. Oh,
Oliver behind is pitting.
just barely got into the pits. Just barely. So I hate that that's bugging out like that.
Elford behind is pitting.
Okay, I just want to check on him. Laying down, but he's awake. So I might take him out here a little bit.
Miles behind is pitting now.
As you can see, takes forever. Put fuel in the car. I don't know why, either. Hopefully get done quick enough, and then we can catch back up to pack and do our thing, but we'll see. That's kind of why I wanted to like just pit late, so then that way a little bit quicker of a pit stop. Now we're looking at more than double the time it took us.
Wilhelm behind is pitting.
So I hate that this thing too, that we're just this constant shaking. Hope it's something that they're able to eventually fix.
Hayne behind is pitting now.
Alright, here we go. Just killed some people. It's fine. Racing will resume at the end of this lap. Alright, yeah, hopefully we can catch back up then. Tires are cold. Yeah, they're fine. Just a scratch. Oh, shit. Alright, I don't know exactly how far ahead the leader is, or the safety car is for that matter. I know it's a decent gap though, so hopefully we can catch him before it goes back racing. If not, not the worst thing in the world, because I think some of those guys out front still haven't pit yet. Tires get up to temp pretty quick though, so that's cool. Doesn't shock me. Obviously with how small they are, obviously just overall less surface area to have to heat up and everything like that, so. Plus I think I have the date set to like June or something like that, so
Be ready.
gonna be a warmer day, obviously. I think Jim's saying be ready, we're going green. I think they're approaching the start finish line, the final corner to go racing again anyways. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll catch them back up, but that's alright. We at least know we have a little bit of pace, and again, a lot of those guys are still going to have to pit. Oh, wow, we did catch him. Oh, this is huge. This is huge. Look at that. Oh, this is massive for us. Alright, nice. Thank God you just phased through cars under caution conditions. Thank God for that. Sorry, I'm just trying to... Still good. But, like, dude, over the course... We've had this dog for a week now. And over the course of a week, it's incredible how much progress we've seen with him. Like, he's been, truly has been just awesome. All right. Well, this is perfect, Jack, because now we're pretty much going to reach the halfway point of this race. We've already pit. Our fresh tires. Good on fuel the rest of the way. And some of these guys in front of us are going to have to pit. You'd almost think that safety car was intentional. Approaching the final corner. Safety car is going to veer into the pits.
Full course yellow. Pace car is out. Green flag. We're
and
racing.
We are racing. It's a little too hot there. Didn't quite get the run there on Martel. Get him there though. Getting nice and easy into the corner here. Perfect. Alright, nice. We're seeing the field already kind of spread out a little bit here. Switchback. Nice. Just kind of weaving in and out of the traffic there. Alright, ultimately they're going to get this run back on me here. Just going to block a little bit. Do enough to get back when we approach this corner? I don't think so. Or I can. Nice. Sweet. Alright. There we go. Onwards. A little bit of understeer. A little bit of understeer. Just a tad. just a tad. Well, once again, chat, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Wherever you're watching. Wherever you're watching. Oh, no. Made a little bit of contact there. I kind of understeered, didn't know him there. Entirely me. But we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, whatever platform you're watching on, however you're tuning in, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Apologize that the streams have been very, just non-existent as of late. But, you know, been a little busy with life and everything else, so. Massive pack of cars here from pretty much P5 on back to P18.
The next car is Miles, B19.
Sorry, P17 rather. I'm in P18. I was just trying to hug that as best as I could. Still got a good enough run though. Oh, it's a little hot. That's a little hot. That's a big lockup. Just way too hot into the corner there. We got through though. It's a little dicey. Just a little dicey. Car understeered a lot there. Completely ruined my run going out, but that's okay. Still kind of maintaining the gap. Look at this run. Oh god. I was looking in the mirror. Look at this run that he got behind me here. It's just so much faster in a straight line. Which is why I have the difficulty turned down as much as I do. Really kind of the only way to make it even, based off everything that I've kind of like tested and tried to do. I think there was a little bit of contact here. I saw one of the cars go wide. But they all kind of slowed up and allowed me to get a really nice run.
Come on, that's the stuff. Well done, David.
Just a little slow through that last corner. But should be able to just kind of outbrake. Well, I actually didn't really outbrake him that much. They kind of stayed with pretty good. Got the drive out though. we got a couple cars in the pits.
Loving this, mate. This is perfect.
Just coming out of the pits. A little hot in Eau Rouge. Like I said, we got pretty much just a train of cars here from P3 to P11 now. A little hot there. I'm kind of overdriving the car a little bit, just trying to make up this time. Something that I tend to do quite often. Locked up going in. I was coming in a little hot, so applied a little bit more brake, and well, that's what'll happen. That is what'll happen.
The engine doesn't sound right, mate. We'll keep an eye on it.
What do you mean the engine doesn't sound right? What do you mean by that, Jim?
Oliver is gaining on you. The gap is now 1.4.
It's actually another reason why I have damage off. You can get like engine wear and things like that. Yeah, the engine wear was growing quite a bit, like lap by lap when I had damage on. So, which I get, but there wasn't really a way for me to not really have it happen, or like to conserve the engine more. So yeah, so I felt like just having damage off just make for a better experience overall. But at least allow me to just do a full race. Keeps it fun. Oh my god, the understeer. Get out of the ditch. Get out of the ditch. Okay. Let's see. Can we? Went to the left. Wasn't ready for that. Thought he was gonna stay to the right. Stay on the inside and defend.
Awesome. Well done.
Threw me off a little bit, but we still managed to make the move. Alright, up P12.
P12.
Let's see if we can catch back up to P11. We were starting to close, and then I made that mistake, and then I had to battle a little bit there. A little bit of a drift coming out. Steer, come on, just keep it on track. Perfect. Perfect. Should be able to get the car to turn in. Yep, very nice. into the chicane. Throttle down, coming out. Guys behind are still gonna probably catch me here on this straight. Yeah, they're already getting the run. Quite a bit. Yeah, let's see, look at that. Just zooming. Zooming. Don't love being side by side through there at all. Did that guy die?
Pace car's out, we're under
I
caution.
was gonna say, I think he. I gotta go back and see that. I think he ended up going into the wall. Let's see. Nope, not him. There we go. Yeah, he. Oh, jeez. See, like, you're dead there. I mean, just straight dead. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, well, we got another safety car. I'm actually quite surprised. The dog has just been kind of chilling. Very surprised by that. Alright. Oh, we got another safety car.
We can see Oliver has spun off.
That'll bunch the field up again. And give us another chance to try to go make a run once again. Even though these, wasn't looking. Even though these cars don't actually have a different fuel map, every car in this game has like a lean, normal, and rich mix for fuel. I always just run in rich because it's just you're just too slow and like normal and lean. But even though these cars don't really have those different fuel types, I'm gonna put it into lean just to try to save some fuel here under the caution. Tell you what though, man, I'm having fun with this race. It's been fun. Again, it's just so fun to drive these cars. So much fun to drive these cars. And I'm sure if I sat there and played like Assetto Corsa,
It's alright.
I could probably get a little bit more realistic experience in terms of how the actual car feels with a good mod out there. The AC doesn't really match the single player experience that this does. And it's also just a lot easier for me to just boot it up in this because, well, it's content that's already in the game. You know, it's first party content. The liveries aren't, obviously. That's all mods, but still. Oh, we got the safety car. We have caught the safety car. All right. Oh. Hopefully they don't make us go around 2 laps here. Hopefully they'll just be like safety car in this lap. But I think we're gonna go around 2 laps. just gonna make this a really long safety car, but it is what it is. Hey, look at all the cows. Ooh. This is what I mean. Like, I got people's houses right there. Like, it's just a wild, what a wild just concept, really. You know, it really is. Oh,
Alright,
so within
get
this
ready
lap.
for
Good.
race and resume at the end of this lap.
Good. Look at that. You got all the people here just standing there. They got nothing to really protect them. It's just what a concept. What a concept F1 was back at this time, man. And again, it's crazy to see how much everything's evolved, changed over the years. Which is kind of what we're doing here. We're gonna have like a little series where we just kind of travel through time with F1. Feel like it'd be a fun little thing to do here, especially while we kind of just trying to figure out what we want to do content wise, really. I was kind of hopeful that we get some news on the F1 26 DLC, and no, we haven't. I did see some like driver ratings got leaked or whatever. I wonder if their approach with the F1 26 expansion pack for F1 25, I wonder if the approach is going to be kind of more along the lines of, like, what's the word I want to use? Kind of more along the lines of launching it like it as if it was an actual game release. It does make me wonder. I don't expect that to be the case, but I do wonder. I do wonder. That guy is just standing, like, out in the open in a very fast part of the track, too. What a crazy time. Yeah, especially with, like the whole driver rating system change. Like, I genuinely do think that this expansion was truly meant to be the next game. And I bet that with everything going on, all the changes, all the reg changes, things like that, like, they just didn't really know what to expect or know what to do. So instead of trying to put out a game that they knew was going to be essentially half-assed, they said, you know what, hey, we're going to skip this year. Just do a little expansion and then put the focus in on next year. Like, I genuinely do wonder if that was kind of the thought. But who knows? Who knows?
Heads up, have a green flag.
Again, I just kind of wish we like finally had some info on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of my thought. It'd be nice to kind of know what's going on, when to expect it, things like that. And again, all signs point towards it being delayed, unfortunately, but I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, chat. Here we go. Coming down. About 9 laps to go. We're in PA. We're in PA. A couple guys pit. Did see a couple guys pit. Under the safety car, so see if we can kind of continue to work our way on up here. See what happens. bridge mix before I forget. See if we continue to make our way up through the field. I mean, the leader's quick. Chris Ammon's back in the lead. We obviously saw how quick he was going. Heard how quick he was going, I should say. Never really saw. Love how my lap potential time is a 340. I haven't even come close to doing a 340. So hopefully we just kind of get a good start, get going. Just kind of continue to make moves. Just gotta really limit the mistakes. You know, that's the biggest thing right now. Really is kind of the biggest thing. Alright, here we go. Heading to the final corner. One thing I love about this game, by the way, in terms of the immersion factor, even the safety car kind of matches the air, which is sick. Although I don't know if these cars actually had.
A caution, the pace car is out.
I don't know if the 60s had a safety car. I don't know if that was a thing or not. But anyway, we're racing again. Heading to Radion. Trying to get through nice and easy here. Up through Eau Rouge. Trying to get on the power early if we can. Getting a little wide. Gonna lose a little bit of time down the straight here. Make it right back up through here. Just gonna brakes nice and easy. Alright, we know these leaders are quick, so I gotta definitely be on my A game here. See Jackie Stewart going for the lead up ahead there. Trying to make a move on the Ferrari. Maybe I can stay close enough for the toe here. And not quite. Not quite, but I gotta get a little bit of a gap. Far behind at least, so that's a big help. Got enough of a toe. Chris Ammon's starting to pull away a little bit from this pack of cars. Nice and easy through here. Nice and easy. Perfect. Just not an ideal spot to try to overtake there, unfortunately. That's right, we're pulling away from the guys behind. It's really just gotten into this little race here out front. group of McLarens here. 5, 6, 7. 11. Alright, now we're about to get into a heavy braking zone. Oh, that was close. Thought I was killing someone there. Oh.
Well done, David.
I squeeze a little bit on the exit. I passed one car at least.
P7.
Then we head in the rally on and brakes early. Just try to get the car to go through. It's a little sketchy into Eau Rouge. Had to run that time. Oh, that was a hell of a run. A little bit too much of a run, honestly. A little bit too much of a run. I'm stuck in the wall. Alright. Oh, trying to get those places back. Lockup going in there.
Okay, David, the next car is Boyd.
Notice that with these cars, like, play with the throttle a lot, which is kind of good. Helps the stability coming out. But obviously, there's just a lot of moments where the car just kind of tends to oversteer. So.
1.1.
Too much force feedback for me to try to drive one in.
Right, the guy ahead of us is Hugh.
What is this game? This is Automobilista 2. Great game. Great game. Shit ton of content. If you're looking for like a really immersive sim with like a lot of classic like Formula 1 content, and even like some just good like touring car stuff, and as well as like some good modern day stuff too with GT3 and GTP. It's a great game. Great game to play. Play RDR2? I've played it a million times, man. I mean, I love that game. But, I don't know, single player stuff like that, like, you know, games that are kind of more story based in that regard. I mean, one, it's not what my channel's known for. And two, those are the kind of games that I like to be able to just kind of play on my own. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of chill. Ooh. God, it's such a handful, but it's so fun. It's such a handful. You're just praying that the car's going to turn for you. I love it. I love it. What era is this? This is specifically the 60s, but more specifically the 1967 F1 car.
Come on, David. Nicely done.
We're driving the what is technically the 1970 layout of Spa, but it's the same layout that they used in 67. Alright. Let me catch this little group of cars here. This is really just P2 to P5 in front of me here. Oh, I caught the Kind of the inside part of the track there. Kicked the back end out on me. Somebody had a little bit of a mistake here because they're running slow. Jackie X. Jack X, rather.
That's the stuff when I score about.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You guys had a little bit of a moment, allowed me to kind of just run right on through. They're probably going to close right back up on me here. Coming out of the chicane. A little wide going in. I mean, I think people will buy the 26 expansion. Just because they're, you know, I think people who play F125, they're kind of fiending for something new, you know what I mean? So, I think people will buy it. Whether or not they'll enjoy it, that's a whole other question. You know, it may be more enjoyable in a game than, obviously, in real life, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I mean, I kind of like these new regs. We had back-to-back back-to-back races that were fun. They were genuinely fun to watch. And I know that's like an unpopular take right now, but I mean it's fun. I had fun watching. I kind of like the new regs. The racing that we had these first two race weekends is more entertaining than anything we've had in the past 4 years. That was a massive mistake. Massive. Get off the hill. Okay. Oh. Alright, we're good. Wasn't really paying attention there. Whoops. Yeah, genuine. These first two races were more entertaining races to watch than anything we had first. Or not the first, but in the last like 4 years. Got on the grass. I would put 2024 and 2025 above this. You're entitled to your opinion. I just don't agree. I simply just don't agree. I can't agree. We went from DRS trains and races that were pretty much determined strictly by qualifying, really, over and over again, to, well, yeah, qualifying, you know, the Mercs are overall just a better car. But to overall, like, just again, more exciting racing. Guys are actually able to make moves on one another in parts of tracks where you normally wouldn't make a move. And on top of that, like, it's good racing. Guys can actually follow each other without being stuck in dirty air that just kind of weighs the boat of the car down. And yeah, it's honestly been more entertaining to watch these first two races than anything I've watched in the past 4 years. As somebody who's been a lifelong F1 fan, the racing that we've had so far this year has been better, honestly, arguably almost better than anything I've experienced in any year of F1. So, the unreliability that these cars have is great. It's honestly great. It sucks if you're a fan of a specific driver or team that's had to deal with the unreliability, but like, it's fun. It's fun. And don't get me wrong, like, do I love this whole, like, clipping thing in cars, like, losing speed and power, you know, when they're halfway down a straight? No, I don't love that. I don't love that. But do I love guys driving around at 70% throttle because they're just managing the cars all race because they know they can't fucking pass anybody? No. Absolutely not. I'd rather watch what we're getting now than, again, anything that I've seen in the past 4 years, or anything that we really saw during the Crown Effect era, to be honest with you. And I think most people that are currently hating on these regs are people that are fans of teams or drivers that are struggling. Most of the hate I see on Twitter is from like Red Bull and Max Verstappen fan accounts, Lando fan accounts, Alonso fan accounts.
5 seconds.
Like it's a lot of shit like that I'm seeing the hate from. But a lot of the people who are kind of more just kind of open to everything and is just a more just all around just an F1 fan, those people have enjoyed these first 2 race weekends. As have I. So, that's my take though. I know it's unpopular, but overall that's just my opinion. Alright, got back up to this group here. So we can get the run. Well, yep. I just killed 2 different cars.
Pass. Well done, David.
It was not a nice pass. Whoops. I was driving very aggressive there. I was driving very aggressive, just trying to get through. Alright, Chris Hammond's kind of pulled away quite a bit there, out front. Decent gap to P2 and P3 here, so let's lock it in. Only got a couple laps here left. Long laps, but a couple laps nonetheless, so gonna lock it in, close up here. Probably deal with the engines if it was more competitive. It's tough because like part of me agrees with you in the sense that like yeah, obviously you don't want to see just one team or 2 teams be the teams that are out front dominating. And you want to see the entire grid be more competitive. But at the same token, like then at that point you might as well just make it a spec series, you know? So like it's kind of tough to I don't know. A little bit of give and take, you know. That was way too hot into the corner there. Lost a lot of speed and a lot of time there. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cool drift. Yeah, I've drifted this car quite a bit. It's a handful to drive this thing. I love it. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's a handful. Time. Probably the best run I've had through that little section there. Yeah, if they had like these current regs with previous engines, it'll, you know, it would probably be some really good racing, I would think, but I still think you would have like that overall, I don't know, I think the gaps would still be pretty large amongst everybody. I think it would be less DRS trains, obviously, but I don't know. Who knows? Watch Max in the work this week. It'll be fun. Yeah, he's doing like the Nürburgring stuff, right? screwed that up. These guys are gonna get a run on me again. Let's see if I can just stop braking. Trying to get some clean laps here, close things out. I would like to at least try to get P2. I feel like I can catch those guys at least.
The gap behind is now 1.1 seconds.
It's a decent gap. It's just, you know, I just gotta clean things up.
Is 3-0.
No, I couldn't save it. No. I try, dude. Oh. Something's stuck on my car.
You're outside track limits there.
Okay, no, we're good now. No. Shit. Well, there goes that. Alright, trying to make up whatever spots we can. God damn it. Like, the moment I try to start pushing and just start driving a little too aggressive, which again, you can't really do with these cars, immediately make a mistake. It was nice watching Lewis and Charles battling. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, watching them battle was so much fun. And even early in the race, watching Charles battle with the Mercs, like, dude, it was fun. It was a fun race to watch. And honestly, there was some good racing throughout the entire grid, too. I know a lot of the focus was on the Ferraris battling, but, like, there was genuinely some good racing throughout the entire grid. Yo, how you doing? I'm doing good, man. Doing good. How are you? How are you? I don't understand how you like this reg. I mean, it's impossible to beat Mercedes in quality day, and if it'll be Ferrari drivers for the first laps.
The gap behind is now.
Because there was good racing that was happening throughout the entire
All right, David. The next car is.
throughout the entire grid. That's why I like this reg. Here's the thing. If the expectations as an F1 fan was that this racing, that like these regs was going to turn it more into a spec series to where there was, you know, there wasn't going to be a dominant team out front, then I think your expectations were just so wrong. And you just don't understand F1 at that point.
Stevens behind is now 1.8.
Like I think your expectations from these regs were just wrong at that point. Personally speaking. Like Star just said, you can like the regs and not like Merc dominating. Those are definitely two separate things. But again, as a whole, I mean, that's F1. There's always going to be a best team. That's how it should be, honestly. Like, I don't want to see racing where everybody's just right on top of each other because they're just limited by what the spec of the car is. You know what I mean? So, again, I feel like we got good racing throughout the entire grid, and it was fun to watch. There's the reliability aspect of things that's now a factor once again, which adds an extra element of excitement and unpredictability in every race weekend. Like, it's just, dude, again, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
Okay, David, you're reeling. Boyd in. The gap is now 1.8 seconds. V10.
Yeah, I mean, if Ferrari can somehow manage to kind of match Merc's pace throughout the course of an entire race, yeah, I would agree with that. I think it'd be pretty good. But even still, you know what I mean? Like, it was still, even with the Mercs being as good as they are, you know, back-to-back weekends, again, it was still fun races to watch overall, you know? Oh, I'm starting to get really warm. Alright, we'll try to get these spots back. That's going to be about as best as I think we're going to get. As long as I don't make any mistakes. Sucks, man, because I think we could have got P2.
P9 ahead is now.
If I didn't do what I did, but that is alright. Technically I'm racing as myself, but it's Bruce McLaren. It's his car, his livery.
Car in front is Ritz.
Yeah, potentially, but I mean, who knows what what everything looks like come then. Obviously, teams are going to have upgrades that they produce throughout the year and things of that nature, so who knows? Who knows? Hate that we have to wait, a month before we... Oh, God. Oh, you got going again. Okay. I hate that we have to wait a month before we get some racing again, That part kind of sucks.
The captain point ahead is now 1.9. Come on,
Also,
David. Push,
chat,
push.
how crazy? How crazy is
The guy in front is Boyd.
it that Oscar Piastri and myself have the same amount of laps raced in an F1 Grand Prix this year?
P8, 2 to go.
How crazy is that? Oscar Piastri and I have raced the same amount of laps in an F1 Grand Prix in 2026. Oh, shit.
The window closes at the end of this lap.
How crazy is that? Wish they would bring Imola back to fill in. Yeah, I mean, you could do Imola, you could do Nürburgring, you could do frickin' Hockenheim. Like, there's definitely options, There's definitely options. Now, again, I don't know from a logistical side of things, I don't know how all that works in terms of, like, what's all involved in trying to make it happen, but... At the same token, I don't care that much. Minus the fact that we're missing out on some racing for a month. It's like a spring break essentially, which I don't love. But yeah, like I feel like they absolutely could have went to one of the German tracks. Could have went to South Africa maybe. Could have went to maybe Malaysia. I mean, you're kind of somewhat in that region a little bit, so, but not really. There's definitely some options that they could have done instead, but yeah, it is what it is. is. Leave the poor guy alone. Dude, I feel bad for Oscar. I really do. I really do. Just thought it was kind of funny. I feel like Max will retire next year and Oscar will drive for Red Bull. I could see that. I could definitely see that, unless they want to try to bump up one of the Racing Bulls guys. Like, Liam's actually done pretty decent so far, and Arvid's also been showing that, you know, he can be quick. So. I did see a report, though, that they were talking about changing some of the engine stuff at some point this season. Saw a report, like, last week that there was a chance that it would happen, and I saw a report either yesterday or Sunday that it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of, like, having discussions and figuring out what they want to change and things like that. So. And then after that, even, I mean, obviously it's going to take time before they are able to implement set changes. So, you know, that's a factor in and of itself. But when Max leaves, half the sport will be dead. Max Verstappen is not the reason why everybody tunes into F1. I can promise you that. I can promise you that.
Okay, David, the window is closed. White flag, last lap.
Up with 2021. Oh, genuinely though, like it's one of those things to where, like, one guy doesn't make every single person in the world tune in, or even half of the world tune in, right? Like,
Well done, fella.
it's people said the same shit with Dale Earnhardt Sr., right? When he died, people said that was going to be the downfall of NASCAR's popularity. People were going to lose interest. And honestly, NASCAR got even popular after he passed. And then eventually, he died. But, like, yeah, like, there's still enough personalities for people to want to tune in. And even without those personalities, new people are going to come in. And people are going to like new guys and things like that. Like, that's just the way it works. That's the way it evolves and continues to grow. That's just how it goes, you know? So people will still watch, even if Max leaves. At the end of the day, people aren't watching for Max. People are watching because it's F1. That's why people watch. Adrian, hello. Hello, hello. Same way Senna wouldn't be called a legend if he wasn't dead. So you're telling me that Ayrton Senna... Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, come on. No! So you're trying to tell me... Oh, God. Just gonna... Oh, shit. Oh, no.
The next car is you.
This is fine. Everything's fine. Oh, God. Oh god.
Race car's out.
Well, alright. Safety car's out.
One here.
Probably a good thing.
We think
Oh,
Steven
shit.
and Blue have stacked it.
Well, it's the last lap anyways. Whoops. I kind of lost some focus there. That I'm not gonna lie, that comment kind of got me a little bit. You're trying to tell me that Ayrton Senna wouldn't be a legend if he was still alive? If that's genuinely your take, that might be one of the worst takes I think I've ever heard. If you think his death is what gave him the clout that he has today, it's so wrong. That's the race. That's the race. Oh god, that scared me. Finished P10. Finished P10 under the safety car. Chris Amon ended up winning. So fast all race. But that was fun. That was a fun race. I enjoyed that a lot. It's so cool to like go back and drive this kind of content and play this kind of content. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's just a ton of fun. It's just a ton of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Never said it in such a way. Stop framing it. Well, then what did you mean by that? Because that's how I'm taking it. Like that's kind of what that statement says to me. So what do you mean by that? See, yeah. See, like this, he had so many legendary moments as a driver. Between his ability to race in the rain, his ability to do all kinds of different things, just the way he drove and everything else, and it's even just more so than just like the little clips that everybody likes to quote, like, you know, if you no longer go for a gap, you know what I mean, like shit like that. But see, people blame Lewis for having 7 titles for what reason? Once he retires, people will put him above Schumacher and Senna? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you're getting at. I don't know what you're getting at. Or I don't know what you're trying to get at. Also, chat, give me 1 second. Be right back. I have a puppy. Oh, I have a puppy. Don't bite my wheel, please. Hi. Don't bite me. No, don't bite. Don't bite. Thank you. Thank you. People won't give credit for you when you're here. That's it. Nah, see, I disagree. Oh, there's a big yawn. Oh, breath. Hi. Thank you. Teach him how to drive. That'd be something. That'd be something. So right now somebody's a little tired. You smell nice. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. God, he's adorable. Say hi to the stream, Gus. Huh? You say hi to the stream. That's biting my finger. Oh, the yawns. The yawns. Fuzz stuck in you. You're a cute puppy. Yeah, you are. I love this dog, chat. Genuinely. Genuinely love this dog. For the race in the Middle East, they already announced that they just straight up canceled it. They're not replacing it with anything. Which is kind of dumb, but whatever. Oh, we're getting antsy now. We're getting antsy now. Oh, thank you. I did. It's a cute dog, dude. It's a cute dog. All right, chat. I'm gonna call it here. This little banger of a stream. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. And little guy here was pretty good about being locked up for a couple hours. He's getting good, dude. He's getting really good. He's been a really good puppy for somebody who's only 9 weeks. Oh, there's another big yawn. Are you a little sleepy? Did you not sleep while you were laying down? Huh? Hi. Hi. What's up? Huh? Oh. What's up, buddy? Hmm? Hi. Yeah. You're really cute. Mm-hmm. You're really cute. Yeah, yes you are. Oh. Ow. Ow. Oh, that's a big yawn. You're adorable, dude. You know that? You're adorable. But, alright, chat. Anywho, like I said, I'm gonna call it here. Take the little guy OUT and hang out with him the rest of the day. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. I'll most likely be back on tomorrow. Probably right around the same time. It's usually when he kind of starts to want to take a nap. Can you stop biting my thumb, please? Yeah, it's usually when he wants to take a nap. So, yeah, we'll be back on tomorrow. And then, oh, come here, because I don't want you running around. Yeah, we'll either do some LMU or we'll do some more AMS2 stuff. Continue our little through the decades tour of F1. But it was a fun race though. It was fun. I wish I didn't make so many mistakes, but it is what it is. Definitely gonna have to put some practice in for the next one because that one's a little bit tougher. And then yeah, and then we go from there. Oh, the yawns. But again, I appreciate y'all being here, chat. Once again, I apologize for the lack of streams, lack of content. Yeah, you're getting antsy. All right, I'll wrap this up, I promise. Apologize for the lack of streams, lack of content, and everything else, but appreciate y'all being here. Try to get a little bit more consistent with it now that this guy's getting a little bit more settled. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll go from there. But again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. As always. Stay safe out there. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Adios. Peace out. Stop biting me. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.